but then Nick Riem uses that force to really open up some opportunities for the offense. It's an exciting line to have.
And the home of the Jedis.
Yeah, I mean, you can't crumble whenever you face some adversity. Everybody needs to be bought into the game plan. It's something that Coach Wazalowski said yesterday during the intermission. If they can do that, then they can have a strong second period. Banked off the far boards. Kerwin directs it to Stevens. He races in. Rifles one. Top shelf. Scores! Stevens stops the bleeding and pulls the Cyclones within one. 3-2 Kalamazoo, but Cincinnati back into it. Portillo and Connor eye each other up behind the play, and they're going to go. Drop the gloves. Portillo and Connor exchange blows. Portillo, though, doing most of the bricklaying. He slams down Connor. The big man goes to the box. Energizes this crowd. Fontaine storms across the Kalamazoo blue line. Leaves it for Landon Sim. Oh, what a save by Tyreek Alton. Looked like he got a piece of the puck with that right pad. Robs Landon Sim of what was an open net and keeps this a 3-1 game. So after the Jake Johnson high sticking on Cincinnati, Kalamazoo goes on the man advantage. Jaden Lee at the blue line feeds it to Zach Okabe. He channels it back to Lee. So those two go back and forth with the biscuit. Okabe directs it under the goal line and back up to the blue line. Swings it across for Josh Bloom. Well defended by Cincinnati so far. Okabe can't find a shooting lane. Instead, Lee takes a shot, and Pavicic steers it over to the far corner. Kalamazoo able to keep it in. Okabe gives it a ride around the roulette table over to the half boards on the far side for Josh Bloom. He looks over the ice. Directs it back for Coons in the trapezoid. Jackson Coons glides around the perimeter. Jaden Lee to Josh Bloom. Takes a shot. Pavicic with a save. Saves the second shot by Quinn Preston and lays on the puck. Well done by Luke Pavicic. Gets a tap on the left arm by his teammate Marco Sikic for two great saves to keep this a 3-2 game. Take another look at it here. Makes the initial save. That puck goes off his pads, though, and the dangerous Quinn Preston, looking for his hat trick, isn't able to get it thanks to Pavicic. Cincinnati looking to break a 3-game home losing streak. January 31st versus Bloomington was the last victory here at Heritage Bank Center. 8-12, 2-0 on home ice this season for the Cyclones. Fed up to the circle, wide of the reach of Colin Bielik, as the puck dribbles all the way back over to the Kalamazoo side, where Pennington retrieves it. Works up ice with it and relays it back for Gontus. Kalamazoo gains the blue line. Cincinnati, though, with two guys there to defend it well. Fontaine up for Nick Riem. He isn't able to keep the puck on his stick. Pennington right behind him. And several K-Wings around Nick Riem. One last rush for the K-Wings on the man advantage. Walker pops the clutch and waltzes into the Cincinnati side. Kiefer leaves it back for Pennington. Shot goes wide. Gontus filters it back for Pennington. Bielik ladles it. Back for Gontus. Looks backdoor for Nolan Walker, but those two can't connect. Pennington with a shot. Save with the left pad of Pavicic. Puck trickles free, and Cincinnati goes the other way with it. Here's Fontaine, 3-on-2. Stops, shoots, scores! Gunnar Wolf Fontaine gets Cincinnati on its feet. We're tied at 3. An absolute snipe by Fontaine. Nice quick counter by the Cyclones right after. The man advantage comes to a close for the K-Wings. Back-to-back goals for the Cyclones after 3 consecutive goals for Kalamazoo. That's the look of a man who just scored his second goal of the game and sniped at the top shelf right where Mom keeps the peanut butter. Gunnar Wolf with his 15th goal of the season. Kalamazoo looks to respond and take its lead back. Kaplan along the far boards. He is hooked in the face by the blade of Evan Doherty. Whistle blows, and Evan Doherty about to head to the sin bin for a high sticking. There's Jordan Kaplan. Is there any blood? That's the question. Because if there is blood drawn, then it becomes a double minor, and instead of a 2-minute power play for Cincinnati, it would be 4 minutes. Sam Stevens tries to join the discussion of the men in stripes. Kaplan trying to wash his mouth out. Some water. Take another look. Oh yeah, right there. Gets wrapped around the nose by the stick of Evan Doherty. Here's head official Ian Rapp with the call. So there it is. You heard the man. It is a double minor. Cincinnati on the power play for 4 minutes. A power play unit that's been pretty good this year. 8th on the man advantage. Kalamazoo 18th in the ECHL on the penalty kill. Cyclones last had the lead when they scored the opening goal in this game. Cleared over to the other side of the ice. Johnson chases after it. And then you had those 3 straight goals by the K-Wings and now 2 straight by the Cyclones. So it has been a game of momentum shifts, as it often is between these two division rivals. Takes an odd hop off the end wall where Kaplan puts a shot on and it deflects out of play. Out and able to get in front of that puck. And we have a face-off on the Kalamazoo side. K-Wings looking to bounce back from 2 straight losses to the struggling Iowa Heartlanders. Gave up 14 goals in 3 games at Iowa. Looking to kill off this penalty and work towards taking back its lead to get back to playing good hockey. Draw 1 by Jordan Kaplan, left for Sam Stevens. He lasers it back, center point for Johnson. Over to Kerwin, he takes a shot and out and able to make the save. Right there at the back door, Nick Reaume, nothing new. Looking for a deflection, perhaps, especially when you have the lethal shot of Ryan Kerwin. And we have another face-off on the Cyclone side. Kalamazoo gets a change. Tyreek Houghton in net for the K-Wings, making his Kalamazoo debut. Very up and down lately, gave up 5 goals last game, just trying to keep his team in this game. With the Cyclones on the power play for the next 3 minutes and 20 seconds. Josh Bloom, though, up ice, and he has that shot blocked by Sam Stevens, who labors a bit. He's back up on his feet after taking all of that rubber. Johnson channels it back for Kaplan to Stevens. Reaume along the boards. Puck is whacked out of play. And we have ourselves another face-off. Sam Stevens pleads with the official Ian Rapp about something, perhaps it being a delay of game on Kalamazoo, but we stay where we're at. With 15:09 to play in the second period. Tied up at 3, K-Wings and Cyclones. Here's another angle of Doherty's stick. Catching the face of Kaplan, that's the reason why Cincinnati is on the power play, in case you at home missed it. We appreciate you for watching Cyclones hockey on Flow Hockey and the Cyclones radio network. Zach Trott toes the blue line. Left for Jordan Kaplan. He shuffles it up for Trott. Goes to Kerwin's way, or Fontaine rather, hops off his stick, gets close to the crease, but Saccoman able to clear it out, and Cincinnati has to reset its attack. Fontaine with a nice feed from Trott. He has that puck knifed away from his blade, though, by Quinn Preston, who greases the wheels and gains the blue line. Strand with a shot, but too many Cyclones in front. Aaron Bullinger takes his time behind Pavasic's net. He strides up ice and gives it to Fontaine. Kerwin looks and loses it. Kalamazoo forces another turnover. Jaden Lee pumps the Pistons and rides down the right wing, uncorks a shot blocked by Bollinger, pops up in the air and falls by the post, but Granger able to corral it and slide it over to the blade of Bollinger. What dangerous quick transition by Kalamazoo. Looking for a shorthanded goal. Justin Vive's stick is stuck in Pavicic's net as the Cyclones regroup. There's Vive's stick. Belongs to the net now. Kalamazoo picks it away again. Cincinnati disrupts Josh Bloom, though, in the neutral zone. Nick Riem at the left wing cycles it around the boards. Whacked back to Sam Stevens. He toes the line. Finds Johnson. Transmits it. Right circle, Ryan Kerwin with the shot. Deflected in by Riem. Goal! Riem on the back door at the Banks. Makes it 4-3 Cincinnati. Nice feed from Johnson to Kerwin. Riem with the deflection on that Kerwin shot. Gives Cincinnati 3 straight goals to respond to Kalamazoo's strong first period. Riem's 12th goal of the season, coming off of a career-high 3 points just 4 days ago at Toledo. He continues to have himself a fantastic month of February. This is the 7th meeting this season between these teams. No team has won a game at home in this series. Cyclones aiming to change that. Couple of hits. Pal Connor lifts the puck. And it squirts to the blue line. Shot put on by Aaron Bollinger into the glove of Tyreek Oughton. Some shoves after the whistle. Landon Sim and Pal Connor exchange some pleasantries. And the Cincinnati fans love it. What other sport will you find a group of guys looking to pick a fight by a pyramid? Or what once was a pyramid. It has partially collapsed. Officials try to separate everyone, and still going. Two teams that don't like each other very much, if you couldn't tell. Still a couple months left of the season, but both teams are on the outside looking into a playoff spot. Every point matters. Does Cincinnati keep the momentum on its side, or does Kalamazoo respond? We'll find out after this break. 4-3, Cyclones.
Well, Ken, it was a hard-fought battle, but a win, and the Cyclones propel up to that 4th spot against the Bison. What did it take tonight to take down this tough Bloomington team?
I think it took everyone in a committed effort to the game plan. I think we knew that they're a very skilled, like a very dynamic team all up and down their lineup. They got 4 lines that can score. So we knew if we just did a good job at shutting them down and limiting their opportunities, that we'd give ourselves a chance to win.
How did that game plan limit those opportunities of the Bison?
Yeah, I think we did a great job. I mean, they're a skilled team. They're going to get chances. I think they got a few good looks off the rush at times, but our kill did a great job killing penalties. That was huge for us. And they had a couple of good looks, but nothing afterwards. No second chances. And I think that was big for us.
Well, great job in the crease tonight, Ken. Well-deserved victory, and go get some food. You deserved it.
Thank you.
Rudy?
Thank you very much, Jake.